starting this video now. I'm going to minimize this. What we were working on in the Zoom meeting, I should say, was creating a self-portrait with text, but making the text about you. So you want to say a lot of things about yourself. I am going to have to fast forward through that. You could do song lyrics, poetry, and different things about you. So it doesn't have to be the same word over and over and over again. Like I showed in the Zoom meeting, I think I used the word Jill over and over again, or Fred, or I don't even remember what I used. So anyway, this is what I started with, something like this, where I cut myself into pieces. I ended up putting an oval on myself as I separated my portrait. And this was at some point text, and it became too mushed. It was not really what I liked, but I mean, it would qualify. And I think when you turn in this project, what you're going to be doing is you're going to give me multiples, because you're going to end up liking multiples. Like you're going to have this one idea in your head, and as you start doing it, you're going to see clearly that you really like more than one of your, like get in there, the process of getting to something that you like. You're going to find more that you like. You'll be like, oh, why if I try this? Why if I try that? And you're going to have multiples. It usually is. It's rare if you just have just one. So we're going to do this project in Photoshop. I am going to post other alternatives that you can do in Illustrator, but I think you'll enjoy the Photoshop just a little bit more. So let me zoom out here, and what you can see is all my different layers that took me to get here. I even had like this hole right here, this part of my face. What was this? That was this one where I wrote Fred over and over again, and it laid across me, and I put a drop shadow on it. It wasn't the most attractive photo that I've ever started with, but it will do, right? So that was the other one that I did for, this one, same exact photo. This one was when I was cutting myself up during the Zoom video. And you might want to start large. That was a different one where I started playing around a little bit with my name over and over again, and I really did enjoy this one. So I would keep going with this one and adding more into the background, and maybe I'll go back to this. All right, so let me start with a new one. I'm going to do, let's go big. Let's go big, if we go bigger, we can always, make it smaller. The other way around, it's not always, favorable, because things get pixelated on you. So let's do that. We'll do something like, let's go to inches over here. All right, now this is huge. That's a little bigger than I wanted it to be. All right, we'll do 20 by 16 or something like that. That will work. And then we're going to change that resolution up to 300, because it's a better resolution for printing. 72 is better for web. I have to move this out of the way. Hit create. I just downloaded a couple of photos of myself. So I'm going to bring them in here. What did I do? 16. Did I do 20 inches? That doesn't look like 20. Anybody just see what I just did? That was 16. Oh, it's the other way. Okay, that'd be cool. Why not? I'll go with it. It'll be like this. All right, so we'll go to File, Open. I'm going to go to my and downloads. Maybe see downloads. That's today's downloads. So I was going to try out something like this. It's fun, an image like this with gloves, and one image with, let me see what we could do. Do I want it actually hitting? I don't know. Let's take a look at this. You could do it where it's actually hitting the per. You know what? I might do it. Like, let's just, why not? Why not? All right. So we'll go to edit copy. I'm going to bring it back over to my other composition. I completely lost it though. So let's go over here. I didn't title it, so it could be number 3. No, it's recovered. So these cannot be, it's got to be untitled number 1 is probably what it is. Yep, it is. All right, so I'm going to go to edit paste, and it's itsy bitsy. So I'm going to Command T it, hold down the Shift key so it stays in proportion, make this a lot larger. And I am going to save this in color under a different name. So just give me a minute here to do so. Okay, I'm gonna save this. We're gonna go to Zoom GCU. I probably shouldn't save it there, but I'm going to. Box portrait. That's what we're gonna call this one, okay. All right, now I'm going to convert this one to black and white, and I'm going to alter it to be more high contrast, and I am going to turn it into, you'll see, I'm going to turn it into a layer that will enable my text to lay on it and warp around my image. All right, so image mode, grayscale, hit don't flatten, discard color. It's exactly what I want to happen. You can see there's not a lot of white and black in it, and I want a little bit more white and black happening in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to image mode, and you can see that adjustments, I go to curves at this point. Let's try curves. It's a little too dark. That might be too much. Let's go with that. All right, I'm going to save this. We're going to go File, Save As. I might have to convert it back to color. We'll see in a second. Box portrait, and we'll name this map. This is my map. I'm going to hit save. Let me see. That was a box. So I have to reopen the other one. So I'm going to go to File, Open. I'm going to open up my first one. Okay. And now I'm going to create, like, you know, all the text I told you about. And I want it to wrap around my image. I'm going to delete some of it, keep some of it, whatever. So I'm going to rotate stuff, make stuff backwards, that type of thing. So no, I could type it all in Word and bring it all in if I want. Doesn't matter. But I'm going to start small. Start with kickboxing. This seems to be what this image is about, right? So figured I'll start with something simple here. I'm also going to change it to where it's all caps. I'm going to change it to where we'll do exercise. I'm going to get all different sizes. I'm going to fill this up. Okay. All right, you could make it neater, messier, however you want, all different sizes, just fit all the words. If you're using a PC, there's another program you can actually use on the internet that jumbles all your words together for you. Not so with the Mac. All right. Actually, there might be. I don't really know that, but just down there. I don't really know what one is, I should say. All right, so all these text layers, you see them all? We're going to merge them all. They're going to be no longer text, right? So we're just going to go all the way down, hold down the Shift key. We're going to right click them, and we're going to hit rasterize type. We're going to hit merge layers. All right, now they're all one big layer, okay? And now I'm going to bring in my other image. So I'm going to go to filter, store, I just kept going by it, displace. It's asking us horizontal and vertical scales, 10 and 10, that's fine. Stretch of fit, that's fine. Is repeat edge pixels, that's also okay. We are going to hit okay. We're going to pick up the black and white image that we made, the ID map, and I'm going to hit okay. And it's going to bring that in. And what you see is it worked the text. Don't know if you're going to notice that or not. but it warped my text. Maybe it didn't do it the best, but it warped around the image a little bit. Here, let me go in and zoom in. If you made your text smaller, it would have worked and warped a little bit more. If I go to edit undo, or window in history, I should say, you'll see what it does. See, my type is straight, completely straight. Well, this one was kind of crooked, but yeah. I'm gonna go back down here, and it warps it. It's warping the contours of the black and white image that I made. That's what it's doing. Okay. So from here, I could have filled in more areas around my face and stuff, and made it really, really tiny, and this would have come out, pretty cool. But it's cool this way also. I can also bring in that image again. So from here, you can have a colored image or a black and white image. That is entirely up to you. I'm going to work with this the way it is. I am not in love with the fact that some of my image did not come out. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Over here, I'd want more text in this area, definitely. But that's not the way it worked out, so we just have to go with that. Yes. All right. So let me play around with this, and that's what you're going to do. I could have cut my picture. I could have cut the whole background out with the, the rectangular marquee. Not the rectangular. Oh my God, with my shine. It's late. With the marquee for, the lasso tool, and wow, not even a marquee. It's a lasso tool or magnetic lasso. See, I'm like delusional already. I'm probably going to go in and put more words in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this layer of words, and I'm going to bring them over a little bit. It's not going to line up the same, and I understand that, but that's okay. No, wrong layer. I don't want that to happen. I just want my words. See, now my words aren't warping to my image, so. Let me try that again. Alt Option. At least in this area, I definitely want more words. And I know the warp's going to be different, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. This is where I lose my words in this area over here, and that's also okay. Well, it depends on what you're looking for, You can, supposedly you can mask the, okay, let me play around with this. Let me get rid of this guy. We're going to copy him. I'm going to get rid of this one real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create, I'm going to merge these two, hold down the Shift key, hit Merge Layers. I'm going to hit Create Clipping Mask. And what it does is it hides my image into my text. And if I put a background on, if I had like really tight text, this would work so good. You guys would be, be exciting, I think, a little bit. Let me throw in just see what happens here. See, it's not too bad, right? It's not terrible. And what you could do is you could bring your image back into this, because I saved a copy. I know if you were paying attention, you see I saved this little copy right here, right? So I'm going to bring that down here like so. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm saving an extra. I'm not really getting rid of it. I am making it invisible in case I'm messing things up, because I tend to do that when I'm playing, because I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for. I had this one student one time, maybe you'll see this video, he made these bars and stuff. It was excellent, and it was really, really inspiring for me. So you can think about adding more stuff to this besides that. So, all right, anyway, let's see if I can do that. So this way part of my image is actually still there. And I'm gonna delete some of this stuff in the background. I'm actually gonna use a quick, should I do the quick mask down here? I'm gonna use a quick mask, there we go. Lasso, okay. Quick mask, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna select some of this out, and I'm just gonna gone. Get rid of it. Actually, maybe I won't stick the links in the background. What you guys can do if you're really interested in this technique, you can Google or YouTube videos on displacement maps for Adobe Photoshop, and you will see so many people's stuff that is like just amazing that they did. Okay. Your assignment is to do a self-portrait using text, integrating the text in this type of manner. Or I want to show you another one where you're using just masks. All right, let me select, deselect. Zooming in, zooming in. I need to put some hair back. Nice eye path going on there, huh? All right, so I'm gonna release the quick mask, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save some of this because I kind of enjoy it. So I'm going to hold down the shift key, copy both these layers, the clipping mask layers, because I really like them. And I may not want to get rid of them. I'm going to hide these for later. I'm going to make sure on top of this text layer right here, and I'm going to delete that picture. Hopefully, picture deletes. Oh, no. How do I do it from here? With the clipping mask layer, delete. Yeah, look at that. So select, deselect, and I'm going to go around and clean some of this up. So I'm going to come in this layer right here. Ooh, I need to do that with a brush. Okay, eraser. Make sure that white's in the foreground. Let me zoom in and see what we got going on here. I have some of these areas right here that are too bright on my image that I just don't want there. I mean, I don't like some of this. Just some of these things. Does that look bad? I don't know. Let's see it. We could always blur that layer a little bit if I wanted to. I think it's too bright. I was going to keep some of the brightness. I kind of dug it, but maybe it doesn't look good there, you know? It's possible it doesn't. You can see like a hard edge there. I mean, I need to repeat stuff or get rid of some more things. I mean, I technically could get rid of that whole layer. I mean, that's pretty cool by itself. Again, if you had more words that were tighter together all around the face and the body, and you don't have to do body, just, you do just the face, and it will look really, really cool. So I just put this background layer in that's brought it out, because without that background layer, that's what it looks like. So you need something in the back. All right, what in the world did I do? I don't know anymore. All right, so doesn't look right. I really like the fact that I want more. All right, I want them more to be the same. So what I'm going to do to make this more similar, so it looks right, is I'm going to copy this color right here, my eyedropper tool. I'm going to go to my background right there, my background layer. I'm going to dump in that purple. Still doesn't look right. Let me get another better color, maybe lighter over here. All right, that looks more uniform, but I just don't like the color. So, I like the darker purple better. All right, well, I mean, I can switch it back. Or I could do is I could do gradient. That will solve the issue, probably a nice gradient. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing around. That's what I expect you to do. Let's go to basic gradients. Look at this. Solid, solid. We'll do something dark purplish. And we'll go from light purple to dark purple. Okay, so then this way it looks like it's fluid. Something like that. Look at my sound effects. What am I doing? That's so funny. I don't need to mean to make sound effects. It happens. And when I'm working by myself, I probably don't make sound effects. We're gonna say I don't make sound effects. At least I don't think I do. I'm running out of juice here. I gotta plug this guy in. Just give me a second. I didn't know I was running out of power. My computer's new. I don't run out of power too often. So what I could do is I go back on this layer. This is the layer that's causing me this weird issue that I don't like, where it's can make this more transparent even. Right now it's only like 15%. And I could delete some more of this layer so it blends just a little bit nicer. And I could do it with an opacity change on my eraser. So that is totally what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna up this, make sure it's fuzzy. Big, let's go big. That's way too big. Oh, way too small. Oh, come on. How about 2000? Just pushing it. Oh, stop it. Wait, that should be good. All right, so now I want to change opacity to like lesser. So we're going to just delete some of this in here to make it flow better. Delete some of my portrait, doesn't matter. Now, I really do, I'm starting to really like this. So this might be something that might be worth keeping for me. What I am going to go back and do now, I could change opacity of this layer and bring it back up a little bit tighter, a little bit brighter. Or go back lower again. I don't know. I mean, it's something that I'm going to go back and forth with, definitely. I'm trying to balance this darkness. And I like that little piece of light there. I'm not sure why I like that there. It probably does not belong. Anyway, I'm going to copy this text right here. And I'm going to play around the colors of it. Definitely. Actually, I have the other one right above it. You know, I'm just going to copy it anyway. So let me just copy that. Get over here. What are you doing? You know, I want to hide that one, put that one on top there. Go back here, hit create Kipling mask. It's there again. I'm going to play around with this text. I am going to select color range, and since it's all black, all my black will be selected, right? So I'm going to select color range, hit OK, and I am going to mess this all up. All right, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to get, you know what? No, gradient. That's what we're doing. I'm going to go gradient, nice gradient. And I don't know if we should go opposite, but we will find out. Let's go to select deselect. See, now it's like smoother. It's not as harsh. Not that harsh dark black anymore. It's got purples in it and you know, some black. I could go back. I could go to select reselect, and I could play around with the gradient some more. We can add, you know, change your gradient stops. We can add a little bit more of a light purple in there if we want. So it goes from there to there, and we'll play around with that idea. Now I go to select deselect. Let's see what we got. See, it's different. See, you're gonna like lots of different versions of this, and this is getting kind of cool. So I'm gonna go to select reselect. I'm gonna go and play with this. I didn't like that one. Anyway, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I don't like the middle one. I just don't like it. Maybe put the middle one over there. No, it's not bad. I don't mind that at all. So I might change the composition around. I don't really know yet. I might actually go put some yellows in there. I can, you know, add more and just move stuff around. I can do multiples of myself. I don't have to be just the way I am right now. I can even go ahead and play with stuff like lighting effects and stuff. So we can go into, you know what, I should probably save this. Always good to do. Save it, right? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I can play with lighting effects. I can, you know, this could be fun. Right now, lighting effects are only gonna affect the layer that I'm on. So if I really, really like what I'm doing so far, I can merge all this stuff down. So I'm gonna highlight these guys, these three guys together. I'm gonna merge them. I cannot go back once I merge them. Well, I mean, I can now, but once I close this off, there's no more merge layers. All right, so now these are all one layer. So I can't, I mean, I can go back, like I said, because I go back through history, but once I leave, turn this all off, just go back, unless I save this in a different file, which I will do, because I like the other way, I like playing around the way I was doing, so I will save this under a new file name, and this is why you end up with more than one. When you send them in to me, I would expect them to be JPEGs or something like that. All right, so here we go. So we're gonna go with the filter. There it is, lighting effects. I don't know why I keep passing everything today. Just done, pass. That's what I keep doing. It's gonna be pretty neat, I think. I think we're gonna have some fun with this. So here we are on lighting effects. All right, remember when you like it, you hit OK, okay? And then it goes back to, it's not like usually if you use a lot of Adobe programs, a lot of times things are at the bottom right. For this effect stuff, it's all at the top. All right, so we're on custom. Here's your choices. You do cross, default, 5 lights, floodlight, you do flashlight. You play around and manipulate this. Move this around to any section that you want. See, that's the section I want it to be at. But then I could manipulate where I want the light to be shone. Low, high, sometimes it's a directional thing. This one's intensity. And then I could also change the size of my light. So I come over here in this settings right here where it says property. I can even change the coloring of my light. So that could be fun, I could change this to like a yellow. That's something that's worth playing with, I think. Yellow orange. If I like it, I hit OK. And then I could change it to gloss, so it's more glossy looking. I do not like that for this image, more metallic. All right, the ambiance. All right, we can do scale, just grab onto the edge. It's super large, super small. If you like this, you keep it, and you go with it. You can have more than one light source. If I don't like that, I can go ahead and do 5 lights down. That's always fun. That's neat, right? And then you can change each individual light, right? So here you have moving it. You have the intensity of this light. That's hardly anything. This is super intense. So you can change the size of it even. You can rotate it. So it changes the rotation of it. You can actually make this a little bit larger too. It's all about where you click it. It's rotation. This hot spot angle. Change the color of it. Do this one too. Just overlapping and playing with them even. We'll check that out. That's cool, right? So we can clear out the intensity of that. It's almost like you're using the burn and dodge tools, cancel out of that. But that was looking cool, right? Anyway, you can just hit OK and save it, or you can go back to this and play around some more. I'm going to stay here for a little bit because it looks like my lighting effects does not want to be on. Where's it under? Yeah, it's done. It's too big. I guess my file's too big. All right. I have too much stuff open. So just hit OK if you like it, and then get it out of there, and you have a nice, cool image. The other option is to play around with more gradients on top. I can throw another gradient on top, and that is delete stuff. So here I am. I'm going to put dark gradient. Over the entire thing. You don't want a clipping mask. It's over the entire thing. And I'm going to release it. And I can actually go ahead and I can, you know, cut some of that out with eraser. Right now it's at 60%, maybe at 100%. I can produce my own type of lighting effects. Not quite the same, but yeah. Something like that. And make sure you save it. I mean, this might be one that you think is worth saving. I would probably go and fix fix some of this up in the background a little bit, maybe make it darker back here. Maybe have another layer back here where it's like black on one side. Then make another layer and see what happens here. And I'm gonna put black to white gradient. I'm gonna go to basics, click down, hit OK. Now, nice black. And if I do that, I probably have to do smooth some of this out. So I have to go back to that initial layer. I could also, yeah, I have to go back and erase some of that. I already made the text the whole one. I think I need some yellow someplace else. So I do really want to use my lighting effects to get some orangey yellow happening over there. And this layer back on. Dull it down a little bit, come back in, delete stuff. So I can do something like this. 100, yeah, 100%. We have different variations happening. It's a little bit duller down there. I could crop this image more if I want to. But I'm just playing around. Like that's this difference. You can see it's too bright over there because I was gonna make it more yellowy orange, so I can do something like that. Oops. Or I cover that up a little bit more and dull it down. Or I come back in and I could do select color range. And then do a new layer on top. And this is just one way of doing it. I'm going to go ahead and paint in a color that's similar to that guy. Here, a little bit more orangey. Let's do it up. Okay, I'm going to brush that in. Whoa, that's a little intense, but you know what? I'm going to change opacity anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to select deselect. That's way more intense than I wanted. You know, it's not bad. I mean, I'm telling you, you guys are going to play with this and you're just going to love it. It's going to happen. I like all 85 of them. I'm turning in all 85. Maybe not. Maybe you'll hate them all. I can't imagine. Maybe a little bit more down. You need it down there. So I'm going to go back to select color range. Can't put in my lights turned off on me. Paint some of the black. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, if you like it, you save it. If not, you don't. I'd like to go back and clean this up, but because it was a demo, I was kind of just playing around and seeing where all this took me. That's it. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna save it. We're gonna go from there. Yeah, another thing you could do. Right. We're gonna pretend that we like this, so let's also save it as a JPEG. I think it's okay. I do kind of like it. It's got character. I do like it. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. This is not sure I do like it. All right. So let's go to the other crazy image. This one. All right. Let's see what we have here in size. It's not, it's not terribly bad. We're gonna go to 300. But okay. It's very pixelated, but nobody cares because we don't care because we're going to be, you know, manipulating this to a degree in which it will never make a difference. All right, so I'm going to hit OK. We're going to save this one as. We did it in the GCU folder, right? There we go. Right. So we ended up making a grayscale image. Remember mode grayscale? That's how we did it. Discard. We're gonna play around with the levels. Nope, you can do levels on curves. I hate curves better. So I just like to play with them more. No, we don't have to do it that way. You know what? We're gonna save this. I'm gonna show you the other one, which we're just a mask. All right, we're not gonna do the whole warping with the displacement. All right, whereas before we went to filter, remember we did the filter displace. There it is, displace. We're not doing all that. We're gonna do the other thing that I wanted to show you. I'm just gonna do it in black and white. I'm gonna save my one image just in case I want to use it later. Okay, I'm gonna hide that for now. I'm gonna write just text, so I'm gonna write down very large, like impact maybe. Let's go to impact. Oh, you know what? It's still grayscale. I was like, why is it not color? All right, it's still grayscale. We're gonna make it not grayscale in about 10 seconds. So let me just get this going here. I think I want it on this side. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna squish these words a little bit more together. All right, so I think there's too much space happening in the letting. So let's go to window. Got going on character. There we go. That's looking better. All right, so we're gonna repeat. Should we repeat some stuff? I don't know. That looks good, right? We're gonna put it over here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert this back to it's nice CMYK. Yeah, don't merge. Okay. I'm gonna put my old image on top. Get over here, get up there. I'm gonna right click it and hit create clipping mask. You see part of my image is there. My old image is still here. I'm going to then cut this image. I do want you to try displacement map, definitely. But we're gonna do this. Wrong one. All right, so I'm gonna hide that for now because I can't see what I want to cut. I'm gonna come over here right to the edge of that, right? A little crossover will do. Where happened to my marquee? My marquee, stay. I need you. Why is it? I never had my marquee just keep completely disappearing on me. I can't see it. How silly of me. I just couldn't see it because it's not on top of anything dancing. All right. Anyhow, we will ignore that factor. Okay. I'm going to delete this. And I did it wrong. Edit, undo. Select inverse. We're going to delete that side. Okay, we're deleting that side. All right, then we're going to come over here. Put a nice background in. Layers down a little bit. We could do a gradation background, and I could just pop the text out by using, drop shadows or something like that. Or we can do, I like purple, as you've seen, probably noticed by now. Well, the purple ones are gone. All right, so we're going to start here again. I should have just saved one because we can do that in Photoshop. We can save stuff, but yeah. Anyway. Oh, that's interesting, right? That's not bad, guys. I'm telling you. I'm going to play around and tell you something I really like. I go back to this, and I'm going to double click it on the edge, hit drop shadow, make sure the drop shadow is like that, and I can make it pop. Or I can do something like that, where it pops off. That's not bad. That could be one of yours, you know. I do want you to try the other version too, where you do some sort of a lot more text than just this. But you could do this too. Just do a couple, you know. It's what you want. So I'm going to save this guy again. Did I ever save it? I have no recollection anymore of this. It's getting late. And I've saved also to JPEG. I mean, that's it for the Photoshop. I think that, you know, I covered enough of that to where you get the idea of what to do, especially with the Zoom video and now this. It's going to take, you know, time to give yourself a couple hours here and there. Anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, let me know.